Alright, in this example we're given a sequence 5.1, 5.5, 5.9, there it is. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms, and I could simply do this to indicate that there's more. We want to find a formula for the nth term, and that means for any term. So if you look at your formula sheet, you'll see you have the formula a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. And this is a formula, if you know, this is a arithmetic sequence. We'll talk about that in a second. So a sub n, that is any term. A sub 1, of course, is the first term. And n equals the number of terms. And d, well, d is your common difference. And this is what makes it arithmetic. So let's find our common difference first. So the way to find the common difference is you take the second term and you subtract the first term. And if I do that, I get 0.4. But you need to check all of them just to make sure that if it's a common difference, then the difference between all of them would be 0.4. So then it would be the same as the third term minus the second term, 0.4, or it's the fourth term minus the third term, which is also 0.4. The other thing you could do is once you calculate this 0.4 from the first and second terms, simply in your calculator, you could then do 5.5 plus 0.4, and then you'll get 5.9. Plus 0.4, and then you'll get 6.3. So you could verify that the common difference between these is 0.4. So now we're ready to make our formula. So a sub n equals, well, a sub 1, that's my first term. So here's my first term, right there. There's the first term. So that's 5.1 plus, and now because this is any term, we're just going to keep the n in there, n minus 1, times d, the common difference is 0.4. And then you could multiply this out and combine some like terms. 5.1 plus 0.4n minus 0.4. And then simplifying this, it would turn out to be 0.4n plus 4.7. There we go. So you could express it in this form, or you could express it in this form. Either form is fine. In a way, I like this form because I see the d, there's my d, and I see my a sub 1, there's my a sub 1. In a way, I like this because it's a little bit more simplified. If I said, what's the 10th term? You simply put 10 in there, and away you go. So this is an example of finding an explicit formula for an arithmetic sequence.